Hello, back again, same day, still drinking the same cup of tea I was drinking about a minute ago, less than a minute ago, when I finished the other one. Right, is strongman a selfish sport? Yes, yes it is. As I touched on earlier, I initially got angry because with my session, because it wasn't working, because I'd been distracted. Which isn't nice, it's not a nice way of stating it. It's all like it's like, you know what, when I train, this is what is important. I am never going to get stronger if I'm lifting the same weight I was lifting last week or the week before last. This week, new weight, going up, need to concentrate, need to know I've got all my cues in place, foot positions right, shoulder, arm positions right, hips at the right height, back straight, breathe, deep breathe into the belly, brace the core, get the lift. There's a lot to think about, but you can do it because you've done it X, Y, Z years down the line. Today is going to be a little bit different because you're going to be lifting heavier than you lifted the week before, but you focus. You're strictly 100% focused on what you are going to do today. Is that selfish? Well, kind of. Like I said, I've got a wife and 4 kids. I train at home. If the kids are if the kids are shouting and screaming while I'm training, before I let it get to me, do I block it out? Yeah. I might be listening to something on YouTube. If it starts getting too noisy, I'll put some music on and crank it up. And I do think, after I've done these things, I do think, yeah, that's a little bit selfish. All I'm really focusing about is myself. Yeah, there you go. But there it is. Although I haven't yet, this is the year where I will get a competition in. Hard as it is, because nearly every competition in the UK is up north or in Plymouth. If you're lucky, there may be one in London. South East, where I live, Canterbury area, none at all. None at all. I do think it was a year or two ago, I think it was England's strongest or Britain's strongest under 105 was in Gravesend, which is close, but I'm Canterbury, so and not only that, it was out of my weight class. Yeah, that's it. Anytime I've seen I think I've seen 2 or 3, and this is like going over a year in Kent area where I could get to quite easily. And this was, it was Folkestone, Gravesend. There was actually one in Whitstable, which is about a stone's throw from me, but it was out of my weight category. So, yeah, not really any good for me, to be honest. But, nevertheless, there is a possibility coming up in May. I think it is. There's one in London. So I'm very tempted to go for that. Yeah. And so, while I'm not competing at the moment, yet, it is my set goal to do this, to start this. Because as well as doing the online coaching, which, check out the website, www.paulhilylifts.co.uk. Got a couple of programs up there available. There's a couple of e-booky cookie cutter programs. There's Ho Ho Heavy and 2024 Strong, which I am currently running. That's the program I'm running right now. It's a program I've typed up. And it's going well. I would say the program's going well. Obviously, the previous video about when I had a bit of a not the best session, let's say the least. But nevertheless, getting heavier. Getting heavier, getting stronger. Which is the focus of the thing at the minute. And it's working well. There's a option as well for a 1-to-1 personalised 12-week training, got all them words mixed up. 12-week personalised program. There we go. And I'm writing up a new book as well, an e-booky thing, called The Absolute Beginner, which is exactly who it's for. That's about halfway written up. I'm going to finish that off hopefully soon, and then that'll be up for sale as well. So yeah, that's the website, www.paulhilylifts.co.uk. if you want to get stronger, if you want to keep fit or get fitter, if you want to either lose weight or reach a weight that you want to retain at. What do I mean? Well, I cannot healthily get much larger than 90 kilograms. I don't think I could. I'm only about 5'11". So yeah, I don't think once I get, I couldn't healthily get there. Basically, I'll cut that story short. So while I'm not necessarily working on losing weight myself, I have got a weight goal in mind which I am going to keep to. Now, losing weight through strength training, if you are unhealthily overweight, that can be done through the sort of training that I am able to provide. So, www.paulhilylifts.co.uk. Yeah, long story short, is strongman selfish in the sport? Yes, but personally, I think all sports, by right, are in a way selfish. Which isn't a bad thing, really. You are aiming to achieve a personal goal for yourself. You could argue that more teamed sports aren't. You can't find an individually selfish person in a teamed sport because, you're on a football pitch, or you're on a rugby pitch, or you're in some sort of a hockey team, or any sort of like team sport. You could argue that the selfishness isn't as extreme, because while they still want to be the best that they can be, there is a whole group of them to back it up. Obviously, strongman being a solo sport, you get stronger, you do get groups. They do group training as well, or group competitions that I've seen. So, am I just waffling on a bit? And am I, in fact, selfish? With training, yes. I am. If my wife or my children got physically hurt during a session, I would down tools straight away and help them straight away, without fail. If my kids are fighting over whose turn it is to watch the TV, I will ignore them. And yeah, that's selfish. I think that is slightly selfish, because you do need time for yourself. Everyone needs time for themselves. But most people, you would say, find that time for yourself when it's okay for other people, for you to have that time to yourself. Me, I don't do that. I train in the morning. I always have. Well, no, that's a lie. When I started, I used to work out after school. But once it sort of became my decision as to when and where I would be able to, I trained in the morning. I prefer that. I get my breakfast in, get my pre-workout cup of tea in. This isn't the pre-workout tea. I've not long come back from the school run. What was I? Yeah, I like to train in the morning, get it out of the way, get it done, get it early, because then there's the rest of the day. It doesn't matter what happens in the rest of the day, because I've got my workout in. Is that a little bit selfish? Maybe. For all I know, I could hear some bad news that day. I could lose my job that day. Family member could be taken ill. And obviously that's a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bloody evil, am I? But yeah, that is why I will train early. And when in that time when I am training, I tend to switch off. If someone calls me, if I'm working out and someone's shouting in, I will respond. But if I'm mid-lift, I go, in a minute. Because you get yourself, because psychologically you are in a zone that you do not want to get out of until, I don't know, what, maybe give me at least 30 seconds to finish that lift, then talk to me, because my neurons are firing and I'm not going to take it in. So yeah, strongman is a selfish sport. But I would say as long as you are able to keep that balance within your family, so you're not just, chucking off your family, in my case your family, the people you live with, people you love, then it's okay. It's okay. It's like, do you know what? It's like, for this time, I was like, for this hour and a half, however long it ends up being, I'm like, for this second in time, this moment in time, I'm going to be selfish. So yeah, there you go. The darker sides of strongman training, specifically strongman training. That could be another video. The pros and cons. Yeah, so there you go. Like I say, I've got the 2 videos in. I'll be uploading them both today. Makes up for the Monday video that I missed. I'm going to have to get that other video, Monday's video, recorded. Well, I'm off tomorrow and I'm off Saturday. So I've got 2 days to get Monday's thing recorded. Then I can upload it on Monday. And hopefully we'll go back to the uploading videos on the Monday that I used to do. In the meantime, keep strong, keep happy, keep healthy. Ta-da.